Welcome back, mathematicians. Um, Here we have a problem. It's a division problem. This one in particular, we're gonna look at long division, and we're gonna try to work out. This is long division is nice because it works in both situations, both this situation where I have a binomial and the situation where we don't have a binomial, trinomial, etc. So that's when you want to use long division, and we'll see that trinomial in the plus video. But for right now, I just want to do this quick video on this guy right here, and we're just going to set it up like we did long division, right? So if you remember in the past, if we had something like 303 divided by, I don't know, let's say 7, right? What we do is we'd say, well, we look at the first term and say 3. How many times does 7 go to 3? Not many, so we're going to go to the next term. How many times does 7 go to 30? That is 4 times. So I do 30 and 28. I change the signs of that guy. I'll get 2. Drop down 3. And I'll get a 23. And I think, oh, well, how many times does 7 go into 23? Well, it goes 3 times, right? So 3 times 7, that's 21, and that has a remainder of 2, right? And what we're going to do is a very, very similar situation, right? So let me change colors here. I'm going to set this up just like I did this guy, right? So I'm going to have it x minus 1, and I'm going to put this other piece, this quotient, x squared minus 2 plus 8. So then I have 2 terms here, right? I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to look at my first term. Well, how many times? I'm going to look at the leading term here and see how many times is x going to x cubed. Well, I know that, right? It's going to be x squared. So x squared, I'm going to multiply times this guy. X squared times x, that's going to be x cubed by design, right? X squared times negative 1, that's going to be minus x squared. Alright, that's good. I'm going to change the signs of that guy. And look what happens. I get a 0 here, this guy cancels out, get a 0 here. And that's fine. Okay, so I'm going to drop my other 2 terms. So I'm going to have negative 2x plus 8. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to say, well, what do I have to multiply times x to give me negative 2, right? Well, that's going to be minus 2. Minus 2. So I'm going to say minus 2 times x is going to give me negative 2x. Negative 2 times negative 1 is a positive 2. Okay, and then I look at this guy. I say, well, those 2 cancel out kind of by design, right? If I go, I hit it with a negative, right? So this turns into a positive, this turns into a negative, and I get rid of that guy. So then these 2 cancel out by design. Then what's going to happen is I have an 8, I have plus a negative 2, so then I get a positive 6. Oh, and then I have a remainder, okay? So what do we do with the remainder? Here's what we do. What I'm going to do is going to say, I can rewrite this, right? So I'm just going to write it in different form. Let's see, let's write our answer in a different form here. Let's do a slightly different shade. I'm going to have x cubed minus x squared minus 2x plus 8 over x minus 1. Well, that is equal to x squared minus 2, and then I'm going to put my remainder, positive 6, so I'm going to go plus 6 all over x minus 1. Okay, then that's going to be my final answer. And that's it, okay? If you don't get this, try checking out that plus video. It might help out. It is also a little bit more difficult so that you can have a different example.